I don't know what to do. Hold on, y'all. All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika. I got a little story I want to share with you guys real quick. I ain't gonna hold you too long, but this was worth watching. Yeah, it was. It was worth watching. So give me just a minute to get things queued up the way it needs to be. Hold on.
And say they tried several times, but he was too heavy. The next day, Thessalonica used an axe to cut off Randy's legs and had her children help put him into a bag and clean up the crime scene. Randy's family is beside themselves.
We're devastated. This was a senseless murder. That didn't have to happen.
When I was told, I just started screaming. I lost it. Can you imagine what kids are going through?
When police searched the apartment along with his body, they found a handwritten to-do list. It included things like spray blank in face, hit him in knee with a hammer, hit him with a hammer and stab him, roll up body in sheets and plastic bags.
This is killing me. It's killing me. We don't have that kind of stuff in our family. We love each other. We close. This girl was.
Were y'all able to
Get
hear
ready
that?
to take on summer with new iced drinks at Dunkin', like a full-bodied and smooth sunrise.
Okay, were y'all able to hear that okay? Or do we need to do that one more time so y'all can hear it? Because I know some people just getting here. Y'all heard it? Okay, so let's get into the story then. Because this story comes up out of old nasty piece of Indiana, baby. Yes, God. It's a LaPorte County woman is accused of killing her husband, dismembering his body and placing his remains in a tote with the assistance of her minor children, according to the court records. Thessalonica, at Thessalonica, I think that's how you pronounce this helper name. This her right here. Well, as I'm talking about, I'm gonna read the article and show y'all what she looks like. That's Thessalonica. Allen has been charged with murder, 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Crime is a F6 and child is under 16. Abuse of a corpse, altering the scene of a death, interference with the reporting of a crime, and 2 counts of neglect of a dependent, places dependent in situation that endangers the dependent. Randy Allen was killed on July the 27th, and Thessalonica was charged on Monday. Thessalonica said that she asked him to come to the house because her current husband was harming the child, the two that they got together, right? She allegedly asked him for help to move the body. The ex refused and asked Thessalonica to take him back to Michigan. During the drive, she said she had to shoot Randy because he was beating on her and the kids. When she dropped her ex off in Michigan, Thessalonica moved threw a gun out of the vehicle and he kept it. The ex then called 911 on her. Police began searching Thessalonica, and she was eventually located out searching for her, and eventually located her outside of a hardware store. When they approached her and identified themselves, she began crying and saying, "You guys don't understand. He beats me." During an interview with the detectives, Thessalonica confessed that she shot her husband Randy after they got into an argument, then physical altercation. She said she came home and her kids told her Randy had beaten them. She and Randy got into an argument, and then Randy grabbed her by the neck. Randy let her go, and she thought he was walking away, but she saw him come at her again. So she grabbed her gun and shot him once. She told the police his body was in her daughter's closet. In a second interview, she admitted to cutting off his legs with an axe because he didn't fit in the tote. In an interview with the children, they said Randy was helping them with the home on. Oh shoot, they was helping Randy with a homeowner when Randy saw a website their mom had visited. Then Thessalonica got home. He confronted her about it, and they began to argue. The two went into the bedroom to continue the argument. The kids heard a loud bang and ran to their mom's bedroom. There they saw Randy on the ground asking for help. He asked the kids to call 911. Their mom told them not to call 911, but to go to their rooms. Then in the middle of the night, their mom woke them up and asked them to help her drag Randy's body out of the room, load it into the vehicle, and they made several attempts, but he was too heavy. That's what the kids told the police. The next day, the kids saw their mom come home with cleaning supplies and an axe. She then asked them to help her drag the body back into the bedroom. Wednesday night, when they were again woken up to help their mom put Randy's body in a tote, one of the children told police that she saw Randy's legs had been cut off, and his mother had put the legs in a plastic bag. Thessalonica then asked the children to help her load the tote into the vehicle. The kids told the police that she planned to take the body to South Bend to set it on fire. According to the information the children told the police, they were unable to get Randy's body into the vehicle because it was still too heavy. The children also told police that they only heard verbal arguing and never saw a physical altercation. They said during the argument, Randy was getting his things and preparing to leave, according to the probable cause affidavit. The children said they did not see their mom with a gun on her person that day, but she usually carried in her purse or her car. Police executed a search warrant at Thessalonica's apartment. They located an axe and a knife and a red substance in her bedroom. Randy's body was found in a bag in the closet in the children's room. There were several notes in the home. The first note said, "Get drugs from friend. Get Ziploc bags. When Randy was in the shower, get pawn tickets out of wallet. Put guns and drugs in car under the seat while in car. Call her side and tell them Randy had drugs and guns in the car." So she was gonna call the police. She was gonna plant drugs on him, family. This woman right here was going to plant drugs upon this man. When he was in the shower, she was gonna put it up under the car seat and call the police and tell them that he had drugs and a gun in the car. The second note said, spray in the face, spray him in the face, let him hit him in his right knee with a hammer. I'm gonna have to hang this up. Okay. Now, okay. Second note was to spray him in the face, hit him in the right knee with a hammer, hit him with the hammer, stab him. Roll body up in sheets and plastic bags. Lay J, pick up J, no phones. J follows me to LP. Put the body in the Lincoln with his Boots phone. Leave J car here. Take my keys and his keys off the ring. That's the second note. The third note they found was go to SB. Jay follow me back. That's South Bend. Jay follow me back to LaPorte. Put body in the Lincoln. Drive SB. Drive to South Bend. Leave body in the car while running. Jay brings me back to LaPorte while doing this. Baby, this bitch had a whole plan. Wait a minute. An autopsy conducted on Randy's body on July the 31st revealed that he had a gunshot wound to the right arm that entered his chest and abdomen and the spinal cord. The location of the round kept Randy from moving after he was shot, according to reports. When his body was located, the legs had been dismembered and there had been an attempt to amputate the left arm, according to the police affidavit. Now, I'm here to tell you right now, it's a cold, cold world that we live in. This woman had a plan, all because I don't know why to write me, girl. I don't know. But my thing is this, girl, you had a whole plan to destroy this man's to kill this man. First of all, problem number one I saw with this case, as I did a little bit more reading, this man married this woman after only being with her for about a month. Once he got with her, he started to see who she really was, and he wasn't feeling it. So he complained to his brother, who advised him several times to leave her alone. But he didn't want to leave her alone. So finally they get into this argument. He goes to take his items and leave, and because she don't want to let him go, even though she already had been plotting for his demise, she decides to shoot this man. The children come to the door because they hear the gunshot. She tells them, go sit their bed, bust down, go back to your room. Later on, you wake these same children up, these same badass kids, right? And you're trying to get them to help you transport the body, but the body too big for you. So you go out and you buy some cleaning supplies and an axe, and you begin to go to work on this man's body because you got to get it out that partner. You call your ex-boyfriend, who is also the father of one of your children or two of your children. He don't want to have no parts with it. He turns you into the police, basically. And when the police come across you, you're telling the police that, oh, I did this because he was beating and choking on me. Ma'am, that story would have worked. You may have gotten away with that had you not dismembered the body. That is considered overkill. Any officer would tell you that if you are put in a position to where your life is being threatened or you feel like your life is in danger, you are supposed to do what you can to disable the person to get away. You ain't supposed to sit there, kill the man, and then try to dismember his body and have your children partake in that. Now you done scarred some children for life because they got to remember this. Then your kids get interviewed by the police and they say they didn't see no kind of physical altercation going on. Y'all was arguing and he was packing to go and you wouldn't let him walk out the door. You felt like you needed to do him something. You know, if I can't look, if I can't have you, can't nobody else have you type of situation. It's a cold, cold world that we live in. It's a cold, cold world that we live in. That's why it's best to get to know somebody before you try to make a lifelong commitment to them people. You got folks that have been married 15, 20 years. They don't really know each other that well. That's why it's imperative that you know who you're dealing with. Who you hooking your horse to. What wagon you hooking your horse to. Because they didn't even know each other. But clearly it was something missing and broken inside of her. Or maybe he just wasn't no good. But see, you wouldn't have had to find out in the 11th hour after you done married this man that wasn't what you wanted to do. This man got killed and you tried to, well, you did dismember him. You cut his legs off and was attempting to take his arms off. All in an attempt to hide his body, to store his body, to do away with his body. Girl, I don't think she thought that through. Because based off the story I just showed you, he got family. Wouldn't that family been looking for him? I don't think that this was her first time doing this. Well, she sure had a plan, View. She had a plan. She had 3 notes. And I just don't understand how. Yeah. Girl, we be cutting it. I'm gonna drop this here article down here so y'all can get y'all a view of it in your own personal times. But this story actually came by way of my sister. She brought this to my attention. I said, girl, let me go back on this YouTube and talk about this. I don't know. I don't know. She probably, hey, Coy, she probably is gonna try to play that I snap. But why did you snap? Because all he was attempting to do was to leave. Y'all had an argument and he packed up and got ready to walk away from you. And you couldn't take the idea of this man leaving you. So you said, if I can't have you, nobody else will. And you shot him. You already had a plan in place to do something to him because you felt like the man was finna leave you. Baby, Germans say Pocahontas and killed John Smith. Damn. I don't get that. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of her again. This is Thessalonica. Hold on. Hold on, child, because y'all don't want to ask me for stuff. Hold on, let me see if I get that picture of him again. That's sad, y'all. That is sad. Huh? Yeah, she looked deranged. It looked like something wrong with her. She looked like she a little special. That's sad. I mean, I just can't believe she had she had actually had letters, I mean, notes they found in the house showing. I mean, girl, you left evidence everywhere. Something wrong with her. They showed his picture in the article, but I'm gonna see if I can get it cropped out real quick so that y'all can see her. Because I'm really disturbed by this. I can't believe this woman actually did something like this. And the worst part, she involved her children in this mess. You asking your children to help you deal with a crime scene. What wrong with her? Oh, they done wiped his little pictures off of there, huh? Let me see if I can find him again. Huh? What was his name? Randall. I can't believe this woman did this shit. I really can't believe it that it happened. They talk to the people real quick while I find this man picture again. Yeah, that lady crazy. She got to be. Seriously, right. She looked. I'm talking about her eyes ain't even sitting in her head right. Y'all know something wrong with her. Yeah, something definitely wrong with her. Hold on. Y'all think she look Down syndrome-ish? I don't know what she is. All I know is some is definitely wrong with her to have done this to this man. Who in the hell does some shit like that? And the fact that she invited her children, she tried to get them kids involved. They let you know she really got something wrong with her. Girl, it was that serious to hurt that man. Okay, I got a picture of her. And you can't love nobody that much in 30 days. I guess she did though. I mean, at some point, I just don't understand what a disconnect. That's why it's always wise to know who you're dealing with. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to show y'all what he looked like. I don't get it.
Oh, he caught on the website.
Yeah, he caught her on the website, and he went to talk to her about it. She didn't appreciate being talked to, so she snapped, crackled, and popped on him. Then she killed him. But the most horrific part about it is you involved your children in that mess. Okay, let me pull this picture up of him. You brought your kids in, ma'am. That's when I don't have it for you. I can't deal. That's some dirty stuff. Not only do you take the man's life, you dismember him, and you get your children involved in it. What's wrong with these parents? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I love mine too much to even play games with my children like that. I would never put my kids in some mess like that. That's just absolutely horrible. And the fact she did that is crazy. That's Randy right there. There you go. She took him, killed him, and no, he wasn't no bad looking man. But what the hell are you killing this man for? Why did you, and then you done traumatize these kids for the rest of their life. They gonna have to have this is going to eat at them kids. And then who's going to take care of these children now? That you didn't give a damn about your life. You done took another man's life, and now they finna lock you up for the rest of your life. So now you got kids who, if the family don't, somebody say he looked like QB, girl. You know what?
Like he would.
This dude named QB of the Midwest, child. They say he look like QB. I just don't understand that for her. It's the planning for me, child. It's the fact of how she planned this man's demise like that. Like, and then to act it out. It's one thing to say that you gonna do something, or yeah, and all that stuff like that. It's a totally different scenario when not Tyrone. It's a totally different thing when you actually put that into play. And the fact she put that into play speaks volumes to me. I just don't understand that. Like, what was wrong with her that she thought it was a good idea to do that to that man? It's a lot of crazy stuff go on in this world. I just don't. We got all this stuff, other stuff to worry about, and you got crazy people like that on the loose around here. People who got children, people who are in charge of taking care of young people. What kind of mother was she to involve her children in such a tragedy? That's her mistake. And the man wasn't beating on her. The man wasn't doing nothing to her. He had questions. They got into an argument. He had to die because he had questions and got into an argument with her. Randy had some self-esteem issues. How you figure, Nina? What you mean? What self-esteem issues did poor Randy have? Seemed like to me Thessalonica had the self-esteem issues. All right, Nephi child. Okay. Most people feel their children will blindly support their wrongdoing. They do, but I mean, at the same time, people do feel that way, and I agree with that, Miss Lady K. But what I'm saying is, what kind of mother would take her children through something like that? You don't got no love for your children if you're sitting up doing something like that, putting them in a situation like that. Think about their young developing minds, how this will affect them in the years to come. They gonna have to deal with the fact that they know one of the children said they seen the man legs in the bag. That is forever going to haunt those children. Then they love their mama. She might not be nothing to us, but to them, that was their mother. And their mother is going to prison probably for the remainder of her life, and she's only 34 years old. Now she looked like a good piece of 51, but girl, she is not 51. She is this this thing, this thing 34 years old. They got to be a foster care. Who will take care of the children? Who will cry for the children? Who will nurture these poor babies? So I'm trying to understand, how does he have a self-esteem problem? If you ask me, Randy was doing what he was supposed to do. He was packing up his stuff and preparing to leave, which is what he should be doing if they are at a point where they can't, if he know that he don't want to talk no more, things are getting too far gone in that argument. He wasn't whooping her. He was walking away and she couldn't take it. So again, I asked, where does he have self-esteem issues? I don't understand. Yeah, she was caught up. Anyone who would marry a woman after a month, especially one with that was capable of involving her children, had some self-worth issues. He saw red flags, and he was trying to leave. No, speak your shit. Yeah, that don't make him have self-esteem issues. That make him have good sense. He was trying to get away from her, and she wasn't gonna have it, and she killed him. That ain't got nothing to do with him as far as his self-esteem. Now, I grant you, he should have probably got to know her a little bit better. But y'all, who ain't been in love and thought that was it? Who ain't ever fell in love with somebody and was ready to just risk it all? Their self-esteem issue is when he had him, is what had him marry her in a nut job, in less than a month. He must have felt like he couldn't get any better. No, that man might have just thought he had time for one. Are y'all looking at the same man I'm looking at? And I'm sure the women let him know daily. Because he ain't gonna really make it. I don't understand what. I don't get that either. I imagine there must have been some red flags, and he was trying to heed, but unfortunately, it cost him his life. Exactly. I'm not gonna sit here and say something was, broken or messed up with that man. Maybe he fell in love, and we get the representative sometimes. You really have to get to know somebody. At first, you get that representative, and that representative can hold out for quite some time before their true selves is revealed to you. So I do think that it was a lax in judgment to marry her so soon. I think once he was in, he saw what it was, and when he tried to ease his way on up out of it, she snapped. Good looking people can be broken, but I don't think that he just picked the wrong one, trying to help the wrong one. Are we making excuses for this man dying and getting chopped up like that? Yeah, because I'm confused, baby. Let me drop the line. I don't even do this, but I'm confused because it sounds like, what are y'all saying? Or maybe it's me. Because I don't understand how this is his fault that he got chopped up. Right. Now, I think it was his fault, his bad judgment to marry someone so soon after getting to know them, because he did know her. But once he was in, he tried to make the best of them lemons, and apparently he couldn't make lemonade. And when he went to try to just take his lemons and leave, she decided to take his life. She was dealing with deep-seated abandonment issues, and her psyche had long been broken before him. Facts. I can believe that. No excuses for murdering him. At the same time, there has to be a context. She needed more help than he could give her. Now I can deal with that. I could take that one, but to sit there and I don't know. Maybe I was taking it the wrong way. That's why I said the link was available to explain to me because it sounded like we were starting to blame him. And how you blame him? He was doing what he was supposed to do. He tried to walk away from that. The brokenness was in her. Hey, Miss Paulette, the brokenness really was in her more than anything because you couldn't stand to see him walk away. So you took his life. I was always told that if someone kills you that you're involved with romantically, that person's intentions were to destroy you the first day they met the person. He didn't deserve to die. Absolutely. Sometimes we think that we can help people, but some people be beyond help. Trust me, I've been there and glad I left. And I'm glad you left. You were able to leave because when he tried to leave, you see what happened to him. Yeah, that's who that's the girls. I don't know. I had to red ball this here for a little cray cray. Kind of like a shape shifting alien, something we see on TV. No, I don't think it's his fault either. I just think what I'm more disturbed about is the fact it's disturbing that she killed the man and dismembered the man. But the most disturbing part of it is she involved her children in her plight to clean up her mess. You don't know what kind of psychological damage that may have done to one of her children or all of them. So you killed him, you threw away your life, and you then traumatized your children. For a child to tell the police detectives that they got a bag, they tried to put a leg. Well, now what did the child say? They saw a leg hanging out the toe that she was trying, and it was still too heavy. You trying to make your kids, your small children, help you get discard a body. What kind of world do we live in where that happens? I got real close to death, but God in my fighting spirit, glory. She just messed up them kids. And she threw her own life away. And that's fine if you want to throw your life away, but don't involve the kids. I don't know. It just don't sit well with me. It's a sad all the way a sad situation all the way around because nobody wins in a situation like this. Nobody wins. He lost his life. His family lost him. The children lost their mother and a stepfather, and they who gonna take care of kids? Them kids gonna either wind up in the hands of family members who may care enough to step up and take care of them, or they may end up in the system. And we all know that sometimes them kids in the system really catch hell. So you don't know who gonna wind up with them children. Even if they go to family members, you don't know if those family members are gonna do right by their child. That's why I always pray, y'all. I'm sorry, I got hiccups. I always pray, let me raise my own. Because ain't nobody gonna provide the love for my children the way I will. I know that firsthand. Because I am a child who lost their mother at 13. And despite some effort being made, I never felt love the way I felt love when my mother was on this side of creation. And that's period. Hey, Jack. This is the kind of shit that's happening in the world outside your window. That's why sometimes I have to take a break away from the fool la la that we like to do down here on the YouTube streets. Did you follow the Chris Watts case? He was dismembered his babies too. No, I didn't. I didn't get that. Thank you, Lady K. That just disturbed me, y'all. That disturbed me. I had them went and watched a couple of more YouTube videos trying to get my mind off of that, but I just kept being brought back to this because that is awful. Like, you can be told, and see, that's another thing. Why these broke up ass people that don't seek therapy want to have multiple? That's a whole. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I just, mm-mm. When I knew I was going through something mentally and I needed to get right, my children were here. But I loved them and me enough to seek. I sought help. I sought therapy. And it took years for me to turn it around. But never once did I ever think about putting my children in harm's way. Never ever did I think about dogging my children or taking them through any type of trauma that could scar them for the rest of their lives. Thank you, Mac 3T. I just love my children enough. You don't know who you giving birth to. You don't know who these people gonna become in life. Give them a fighting chance. If anybody got that story that Mac 3T telling me about, send it to me over there on Instagram or to my email. Jay, are you still here, Jay? Can you drop my email address in the chat? If you gone, I'll drop it down in there, but I'll wait a minute and see if you still here. I know these ain't the type of videos that give y'all the fuck key that y'all love. But this is what's happening in the world outside your window. These are the stories that need to be discussed. And I'm not no psychologist and I'm not no therapist or no kind. I don't have nothing but common sense and a good heart. And this disturbed me today. This disturbed me more than the people playing with me by my glasses. Because there are children now who are going to be forever scarred. Even if they get therapy, you think them kids gonna ever be right? You think them kids ever gonna forget about this? This is going to be a part of their life. This is gonna be a part of their story. Now, can they rise above it and be good law-abiding members of society? Absolutely, they sure can. But they scarred, and it's gonna take a lot of work because you can't undo or unsee what them children saw. Just no more than you can make them stop loving the mother that gave birth to them. Reminds me of that poem, Who Will Cry for the Little Boy? It's just sad all the way around. They'll probably hate their mom, they'll hate their mom for that probably the rest of their lives. Okay, girl, I couldn't see shit. I need to get these glasses in the face. They're not gonna hate her. They're gonna always wonder why she did what she did. I don't think that they are hate her. I mean, hopefully they won't hate her, but they are gonna be scarred. They still gonna have these memories. And then just like the other Tracy Whitehead said, folks are going to point fingers and talk about those poor kids. Yeah, that's something they're gonna have to deal with for the rest of their life. Your mama killed this man and she in jail. Yep. Yeah, that's a real messed up situation. I can't even find no comedic spin to that. And y'all know I like to try to make you at least, when I drop a heavy one, I try to give you something to kiki about on your way out. And I don't have one for you today on that. I don't have one because this is a sad situation. People are not kind. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people are not kind and people will talk. These kids will have to go to school. And if they go to school in the area that this has happened in, these kids are going to be ostracized. They're going to be picked on. They're going to be talked about. Yeah, I saw that story just reading my book. It's horrible. will protect the children. That's horrible. But that's what I wanted to come in real quick and have a little chat with y'all about. That's a very small area, Tracy. So the kids, if they stay in that area, on 9 times out of 10, gonna have to deal with people bringing this up to them. Mm. Not to mention what it's gonna do to them when they remember this over and over again. Cause death ain't something you play with. Death is not always pretty, and that damn show ain't pretty. Did you hear the story about where the mother and son had a shootout against each other and the mom killed the son? No, no. Send me the link, the mean girl. Whichever way you want to, because you got pretty much access to me on all platforms. So send me the link. That just made me sad. And like I said, I didn't have no way to make this funny because ain't shit about this funny. It's sad. But this is what's happening in the world, and these are the things that we need to be talking about. These are the things that we need to try to figure out solutions to answers. It's a different breed of people in this world these days. I ain't lying. They do a little bit of anything. There's certain things I just won't do. And buck up against a parent is damn sure one of them. Because I still respect my father. I still don't play with him. I know how far to go. And if I feel like trying to test the waters, I do it from a safe distance. If the very person you depend on to protect you does this to you, who will you ever trust in life? Nobody. That's the thing. You already chipped off a part of them in a way that they may never ever come back from. It gets on my nerves because children should have a right to have a fair shake in life. Don't fuck these children up before they even start to live their life. If you don't feel that you can be a good parent, a nurturing parent, a loving parent, if you jacked up, fix it. And if you feel like you can't fix it, let somebody who has what the kids will need get your children. Don't leave these kids in homes for stuff like this to happen. You're right, Nina. Video games do desensitize death till it's in your face. See, it ain't the same. It's one thing to kill them on Call of Duty and you see the blood and everything. Oh, that's a win-win. But that ain't the same feeling that you're going to have if you see that in your real life, in your face. Who will speak and look out for the children? I just, that was all I wanted to share with you guys. I dropped the link in the chat so you guys can go over and read the article for yourself. At this time, can you please drop the purple hearts, honey? And if you're a member, use your membership purple hearts. Girl, I'm going to get on up out of here. That just did something to my spirit. Oh. I don't even know how people could be so damn evil sometimes. I don't understand. Lord have mercy, the world that we live in. We got to worry about pandemics coming through and jacking us up and taking us out. The government don't, I ain't gonna say that, but we got to worry about that. And then we got to worry about people who are not mentally together. Mm. That's sad. Anyway, in closing, as always, remember you do not have to be great to get started, but you have to get started in order to be great. And it is the depth of your struggle that will determine the height of your success. You guys have a great remainder to your Monday. I plan on doing the same, and I will see you guys on the next live or upload. Members, we will be having a members only situation this week. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.